First of all, that guilt does not belong to you. It never did, it never can, it never will be, right? Brush that guilt off your shoulders. That is too much weight to carry for any human being. What is cracking? Hope Nation, it's good to see you. Your buddy Kevin Hines. If you haven't been here before, this channel is all about helping people heal, find the art of wellness, and change their lives through brain, mind, behavioral, and mental health and well-being tips and tricks to alter your universe. Okay. If you haven't been here before, also make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. And please give us a thumbs up, or 20,000 of them, or 30,000, or 110,000. When we get to those numbers, it'll be great. Hit that thumbs up button and share this video with your friends. Today is all about answering your questions. So let's get right into it. Here we go. We've answered quite a few questions thus far. We want you to send in more, but we want to make sure you watch the videos we already did so you don't repeat myself, so you don't repeat yourself, so we don't repeat each other. Never mind. Let's go. All right. Here we are on our next set of questions. Oh, I like this one. This is a simple one, important one. Maybe maybe a book has changed your life. Maybe something you read has helped you change your path, right? So this individual from Instagram wants to know, what's my favorite book or books? Let me get right into it. One of my favorite books of all time is, and you're going to think this is, well, no, this is awesome given this day and age, how people love this stuff, is How to Draw the Marvel Way. I have had the book, How to Draw the Marvel Way, since it came out in the 1980s. Shout out Excelsior, Mr. Stan Lee. Good Lord, we miss you, Stan. Oh man, you changed my life forever, homie. Stan, you and your Marvel comics, A, got me into drawing comics before I ever collected them. B, got me into collecting 20 boxes of comics in 14 years. Big boxes, the long ones, Stan. Oh God, I wish you were still here, buddy, but I'm glad you had a beautiful life and you changed the path of so many others who are on their own personal hero's journey, which you practically invented. Jack Kirby, shout out to you too, buddy. Miss you too. But I had How to Draw the Marvel Way since I think it came out in 1986, 8, I can't remember. That's when I got it anyway. And I took that book with me everywhere as a kid, everywhere. You wouldn't catch me without 3 sketchbooks and filling them to the brim with comic book characters from Stan Lee's universe, Marvel universe, and frankly from my own invented universe. I have created probably over 40 characters in my lifetime. I've given them backstories, life history, origin stories. I've written all this out. I don't know where it's ever going to go or if it's going to ever go anywhere, but I really love doing it. And actually, I got to tell you, that book led me to finding my man. Burp time. We're going to leave that in because it's real. It's real life. I have indigestion. I'm sorry. I was having an ulcer. Anyway, what we're going to do. I'm so tired. All right, we got this. Woo! All right. The book, How to Draw the Marvel Way, would stay with me in my psyche for the rest of my life. I drew every single page of that book that had a comic book character on it. I copied that character, and it'd be fun to go back. Actually, you know what? We ought to find that, Lauren, for B-roll of this video. You know what we are going to? We're going to find the book if we can. Just move, so it might be difficult. We are definitely going to find all of my comic characters in my drawings and put that in front of you right now. So what did you think? Did you like the pictures, the drawings? Maybe some of them, maybe not others, but they were really fun to draw, really fun characters to create. I have backstories for them all. Maybe someday we'll make a comic book. On that note, How to Draw the Marvel Way actually led me to making the decision to tell a man named Jordan Pinkney? How do you say an N before the Knie? I don't get it, Jordan. How do you say your name? You're my friend. I love you. But is it Pickney or Pinkney? You tell me the next time I see you. You know the vlog Iowa or Bust that Jordan and I are on. You better get back and watch that. It was pretty cool. Learning the founding fathers of Iowa, of Dubuque, Iowa, all that stuff. Back to the task at hand. That book, How to Draw the Marvel Way, led me to actually, finally, creating a real comic book with Jordan, who is a phenomenal writer. And I would go as far to say that if he was given a chance in comics, he would be one of the best of all time in about 30 years. I guarantee it, the kid has massive talent when it comes to writing. I gave him an idea. On the moment I met him, I gave him an idea of the comic book I wanted to create. He made that world real. We went back and forth. I wrote some of it, he wrote most of it, but it was a great experience. And right now, we are bringing it to the big heads of a very large organization. You know very well, we hope they actually write us back. Anyway, next to that, let's keep moving. One of my other favorite books that you must know about before we keep moving is called The Articulate Advocate. The Articulate Advocate. It is a book about how to become the best trial lawyer you can, but it is the best darn public speaking book I have ever read in my life that's not a public speaking book. It's far above all the rest. It's about this thin. It's in its 3rd edition now. You better love that book. One other book I love, Bipolar for Dummies. Come on. That's actually what we're going to call this vlog. Bipolar for Dummies. That book is also in its 3rd edition, maybe 4th now. I was in the 3rd edition with the authors Joe Cranach and Candida Fink. Thank you, shout out to Joe Cranach and Candida Fink for your book. It changed my life forever. Common sense tools to better your brain health and your bipolar disorder, and to beat it one day at a time and succeed with that disease. Great book. I'm so appreciative that I got to be an article in that book that I got to write myself. And lastly, I have to talk about this. I talk about it all the time. Max Lugavere, my man. Why did I say it like an Italian? Max Lugavere. Anyway, Max Lugavere, my man, who wrote Genius Foods. If you want to change your life today, for the rest of your life, read Max Lugavere's Genius Foods. Understand what foods affect the brain and how, so you can eat a better, more positive, and brain healthy and membrane healthy stomach diet, so that you can feed your brain healthy, nutritious foods that make you feel better mentally. You see, what we know now through gut to brain health science is that your membranes are directly connected to your brain. And if you eat things that are terrible for your brain health, I'm not going to go into them now. We go into my new IGTV video coming soon. I'm not going to tell you now, but there are so many things that are consumed regularly by human beings, especially in America. FDA. There's so many things that are poisoning your brain, causing things like more depression, more mental struggles, more paranoia, etc. So make sure you read Genius Foods if you want to change your life forever and if you want to be more mentally healthy. All right, let's keep going on to the next question. Let's see. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, this is tough. All right. It says here that an individual lost their friend to lethal emotional pain. We know what that means. 10 years ago. Any tips on healing? I struggle with the loss. I want to get this right. I've lost 8 people I love. 8. 3 in the last 3 years. And they all called me before they died. First of all, I feel your pain. Now, I might have said this a little bit in another vlog, but I'm going to get into it. We always ask ourselves, when someone dies by suicide, we ask ourselves, why? Why did they do this? We're angry, we're upset, we're brokenhearted, we feel guilty. First of all, that guilt does not belong to you. It never did, it never can, it never will be, right? Brush that guilt off your shoulders. That is too much weight to carry for any human being, especially someone who loved that person so much. It's too much weight to carry. They didn't die because of you. They didn't die in spite of you. They died because of that epic and insurmountable, unrelenting, lethal emotional pain that had nothing to do with you. All right, that's where we'll start. I want to help you heal. We must, as individuals around the world who lose people to suicide, more than ever these days, we must stop asking the question why. It is an unanswerable question. We have to ask ourselves, how? How do we move forward? Look to the living. Get past the pain. It's going to be the hardest thing you ever do. At least one of them. We can't move on from a suicide. We can find a way to forge forward. To keep on keeping on, as they say. And if we realize and find a way toward purpose, within purpose you can find hope. Within hope you can find healing, and you can find a way to a better day, loving the people that are still here, recognizing that you are beautiful and that they did not die because of anything you said or did. And that suicide cannot be the option for you or your friends if you're still here. And if you're in that much pain from that loss, the next thing you have to do is talk about it. Talk openly about that loss to anyone willing to listen. Because you've got, the only way to get past it is to speak on it so you can understand it better. Asking why is a bitter end that goes nowhere. It doesn't get you any answers. But asking how you move forward will at least get you thinking about what you do with the people that are still here that gives you that light and that purpose so you can keep living and keep thriving and appreciate that person you lost to the 10th degree. I want you to hold immeasurable gratitude for the little time you had with them. I want you to honor their memory and consider celebrating their life on their birthday. That's what I do. I celebrate the lives of those I lost to the best of my ability on their birthday with people that I know that love them just as much as I do. On that day, though, we're only allowed to speak on the good times. The last time they laughed, the last warm embrace they gave us, the last time they smiled. Remember the good times. And on the day you celebrate their life, the way they lived before they ever got sick in the first place, do that with a birthday cake and a candle. I do it with gluten-free cake because that's the way I roll. Try to make light of the beautiful moments you had, and on that day you're only supposed to speak on the good times. I'm sorry you still struggle. I believe you can move forward. I believe you got this. All right, we're moving on to a different kind of a question that I get why people ask because I do a bunch of exercise vlogging videos I did in the beginning. What is your favorite exercise? Oh, all of them. No, there are a lot of people that don't like, love, or appreciate exercise. I am not one of those people. I love exercise so much. If I could do it all day long without depleting the minerals in my body, I would, but I can't. Let's actually get into this, right? Let's get into it. I was exercising 23 minutes a day, rigorous exercise twice a day. That was my cap because that was a smart, educated, and appropriate way to exercise that doesn't deplete minerals in your body and deplete the medication you're taking and dilute them and help them and metabolize them. That's what I was doing. I was doing it very well and things were going good. And then I got my skin disease. We talked about it in a few vlogs back. Got my skin disease, secondary burns over my entire body, bloody blisters everywhere, extremely painful. And the only thing that would mitigate the pain was rigorous, regular exercise. Lauren, my producer behind the camera, knows very well I was exercising 16 to 18 times a day in 13-minute increments. And I didn't realize in that unhealthy, obsessive exercising, I was depleting all the minerals in my body. Not only that, I was depleting all the calories I was eating. Not only that, I was depleting all of the medication I was taking. My body was metabolizing it. Thus, when I did this from morning till night, none of my medications were being effective. Yes, I had a mental breakdown, something people don't think about, right? I know you asked me a specific question. I'll get there. So now I'm back to 23 minutes in the morning, 23 minutes in the evening before 5 o'clock, because if I do it after 5 o'clock, I can't sleep, and that ain't good. I gotta sleep on time. We'll talk about sleep another time when I get that question. Sleep is crucial to your well-being. But my favorite exercise, to answer your wonderful question, my favorite exercise would have to be twofold. Push-ups and pull-ups. Absolutely my favorite thing to do in the whole wide world. I have several pull-up bars, not just one. I got all kinds of things I can do up there with my and I've gotten to a good point where I can pull myself up, jump off, and grab a different part of that bar simultaneously without falling, which is really exciting. Shout out to my man, Brendan Myers, who can jump over the pull-up bar, around the pull-up bar, do a twist in the middle, and grab the pull-up bar. That guy's a beast. Brendan Mars had me on his podcast, to Create You podcast. But I love pull-ups, love push-ups, but I don't love any kind of push-up. I love staggered jumping push-ups. You've seen me in my Instagram feed doing that, like when you're jumping off the ground with both hands and legs. It is lots of fun. I hope to get better at it as I go. So those are my 2 faves of all time. All right, guys, those are the 2 questions I got to answer for this wonderful vlog. I hope you liked it. If you haven't done yet, hit subscribe, click that bell, and make sure you subscribe to the healthiest merch in the game, kevinhinesstory.com/shop. Get your merch today, and you can see the little Herbert Sea Lion right there. And we've got on these white shirts, we've got the mental health ribbon on the back, and these are great shirts. SAP and Kevin Hines collabos. Let's go. Be well. Be here tomorrow. Take care of yourself and love yourself. You are important just as you are.